resolve in these circumstances?
It's similar to what I said after last game. There are so many wild swinging emotions in a playoff run. And you really just have to try to stay stable and find out what's real, what's not real, what's objective, and not get caught up in these wild swings. We have a very passionate group. We have guys that love competition and understand how difficult it is, to try to do what we're trying to do. And we're facing a very good team, so our guys just embrace that kind of challenge and the competition that we're faced with. And then their defense, is so strong that sometimes you just need your great player, to make plays. It wasn't a matter of schematics or, things like that. Jimmy just brought his competitive will tonight, and it was a will that would not let us lose.
So you talked about a lot in the last 24 hours. Why were you so confident that this group could rise to this kind of level in this moment and deliver you back into a game?
Well, you never know. It's not like I guaranteed anything. I just know how our guys are wired. Our guys love competition and they love the challenge. And we have deep respect for our opponent. This is a very good team that we're playing against. And what you hope is that brings out the best in you and a different level. And over the course of a long series like this, you're going to get pushed uncomfortably so. And sometimes you're going to lose some battles, along the way. We've had some very tough times during this series. But we have guys that, will just pick themselves up and get on to the next fight. And look, we're here. This is the way it should be. With these two teams, it should have gone 7 games. The margin for error on both sides is so small. There's no two better words in pro sports than Game 7. I'm just really thrilled that our group gets an opportunity to compete in Game 7 in front of our home crowd.
You've said that this game was an opportunity to make a memory. Obviously not during the game, but now thinking back, did you see any shades or comparisons to LeBron's Game 6 against the Celtics and what Jimmy did tonight?
I don't like to compare teams. I think it's I get it. People can easily draw the comparisons, between the two. It's a different era. It's a different team. I want our guys just to embrace this moment. Jimmy Butler is a great competitor. He really is. And you can misdefine him in a lot of different ways, but his competitive will is as high as anybody, that's played this game. And he put his fingerprints on this game. So it's, it's very, again, the wild swings. We're going to try to go back to our cave and just focus on Game 7. And really, we're grateful. We're really grateful to be in a really challenging series like this against an opponent we respect. And then we get to experience a Game 7 together. You have to go through tough things on a playoff run when you're trying to accomplish something special. And I think this group deserved a Game 7.
Spoke kind of along those lines. Given the circumstances, given what Jimmy's obviously going through physically, what was special to you watching what he did tonight? What really stood out to you?
It's those winning, willful plays. Their defense did start to step up, in that second half. We had a double-digit lead, and you're facing a defense like that, you're not comfortable at all. You really have to execute with precision and do things with detail and purpose. But then sometimes you just need, your best players and your guy, to make plays. And he was able to do that in those moments of truth when we really needed it. And as their defense stepped up and as the game got to 4, 6, he found a way to get us a really important bucket. And then on the other end, he's the definition of a two-way player in this association. Takes on the toughest covers. I didn't even see how many minutes he played. Probably, close to the Chicago Bulls kind of minutes that he was accustomed to playing.
Spo, we've seen this kind of epic performance from Jimmy with the season on the line before. We saw it in the bubble and saw the series be pushed, but then he ran out of gas in the next game. What did the next day and a half look like for him and the balance between protecting him from himself and also knowing he's going to want to go out there and lay it all out there?
Yeah, I think it was a little bit different. That was the last leg, at the very, very end. He's going to be able to muster up whatever he needs to muster up, to get ready for this, great opportunity on Sunday.
Eric, when did you know that Jimmy, back here. When did you know that Jimmy had it? I mean, the last few games, you could tell right off the bat that he didn't have the explosion, but tonight it looked like right in the first quarter that he had it. Did you see that before?
No, I think the most important thing, Brian, is if you're a competitor, you just keep on picking yourself up. The playoffs are tough. They really are. It's so hard to win, and then you get to this level when 27 teams are watching. You get to this elite level, you have to be able to manage everything because you can't control everything. You're facing great competition, and you're going to lose some battles, and then you got to try to win more battles than you lose. And Jimmy does not stop. I thought, his last game, we missed a lot of shots, but our competitive will was there. We just got outplayed. And sometimes that happens, but if you're a real competitor, you just keep on going. And all of us are just thrilled that we have an opportunity for Game 7.
Spo, Jimmy took center stage, but what did you see from Kyle Lowry tonight, given, the series he's had, and what did that mean to your group? Yeah,
I can't say enough about Kyle and his veteran leadership and poise. It means so much to us, and you can't put an analytic to it, what it means to your team of the feeling of calm and confidence that he can give everybody. And that's orchestrating our offense. It's just those timely moments during key times of the game where the ball needs to go where it needs to go. And then sometimes he'll just make a big time play at the end of the clock, something that he's never maybe practiced on or attempted before. He just has a flair for the moment. He's one of the all-time clutch players in this league, and he just knows how to manage a game. And you're playing in an environment like this with the stakes. It's great to just have a Hall of Fame quarterback that just kind of keeps everybody calm. Thanks, Will. Okay, thank you.
PJ, even this morning, when others might have counted out, you had that confidence. What is it about this team that when guys are even hobbling, you included to a degree, you can come into a Game 6 on the other team's court, get off to the kind of start you could, withstand them coming back, and then still find a way?
It's just the confidence of the guys in the locker room. We've had crazy situations all year. And, Tyler being out, a bunch of us having injuries. It doesn't matter. Once we go down through our personnel, what we want to do, make our adjustments, get locked in for the game. It's one of those situations where, all you guys, everybody picked them. We, even though we're number one, we have nothing to lose. We play like that, moving the ball, talking on defense, making adjustments as the game go. And we've had guys step up all year. So just that confidence in each other all year. So in this situation, it's easy to just fall back and just play.
PJ, to that point, how much of what Draymond said last night motivated your group tonight?
It's funny. We laughed. That was I thought it was funny. Because he know better than anybody. We still got to play the game. Like, we got to play. You know, there's no guarantees for anybody winning this league. On a night in, night out basis, these games have been crazy. They've been unpredictable all series, beating each other at each other's homes, and we're both great home teams. And you know, it's just been crazy. So it's kind of weird to be a player and pick another team. I don't know.
Coach Bo said that he couldn't even talk to any of the other guys who had injuries about their injuries heading into this one. I know that you guys aren't talking to each other about the injuries, but was there any other like unspoken rallying for you guys heading into this one?
Whoever's playing is playing. Whoever isn't. Like it's not even one of those things where it's talking about it. Everybody get the treatment, do what they gotta do to try to be as healthy as possible. But this time of year, there's nobody 100% healthy. It's both sides. I mean, I'm sure they got a bunch of guys too, just trying to figure it out and give what they can and try to win. That's it. You know, you can't get these days back. You know, it's living in the moment, trying to just do what you can.
PJ, Bam, Max, a few other guys have never played in a Game 7 before. What will your advice be to them other leaders? What will you guys tell them over the next 2 days?
The usual routine. You know, block out the noise as much as possible and get ready to play, you know, a regular game like you've been playing. I feel like we didn't do anything different. Last year, that was a really tough 6-7 win for us against Brooklyn. And I was telling guys, like, everybody did the same thing, kept the same routine, same mindset, but we came together as a team. And that's what we're going to have to do. You know, it's going to be tough. But I think we're built for it. I think guys be able to be locked in, you know, to get it done.
PJ, I know that Jimmy says that it's whatever it takes to win a game. Sometimes it's rebounding and passing. Did you have any conversation, or anyone have any conversation that his scoring was needed tonight? And then are you able to appreciate what he's doing in the moment or during a timeout, or is it until the game is over before you can appreciate what he did?
No, you can appreciate Jimmy all the time. And just watch him play, how hard he plays, both ends. But it's funny because before the game, me and Markieff were joking with Jimmy. We're like, yo, we need 50. We need 50 tonight. And he like looked at us and didn't say a word and just nodded his head, kept going. I'm just like, oh yeah, he's about to play. He's locked in. So, you know, it's good to see him get going like that after a couple of games where, you know, everybody's talking, like he's not, you know, they're doing this and that, to see him respond and really be aggressive. And his aggression just opens everything up for everybody else.
PJ, you played with a lot of good players on your fair share of good teams. Where does Jimmy kind of fit in the way he rises to a moment? Where does he stack up?
He's right there with the best of them. It's funny he doesn't get the credit. I think it's insane that he doesn't make All NBA. That is almost impossible to me. But these are the games right here. Like, I think that, you know, where other players are, you know, have played well all year and got numbers, but in those big moments, closeout games, stepping up, being big, like just doing everything. And he's done that all year long. Just step up in big moments and make plays, whether scoring, whether it's defensively, you know, rebounding, whatever. He's done it. So, you know, he's one of the best for sure. Cool. Thanks.
Simply put, Bam, in this situation, in a road game, down 3-2, what does this game say about the team overall? And what does this game say about Jimmy Butler?
I mean, for us, you know, I feel like we've been missing a lot of shots this series. And, you know, to be down 3-2 and come in and make big shots, you know, just speaks to the confidence we got in each other. From 1 through 15, like I was telling everybody in the locker room, Markieff Morris was the MVP of the game. You know, just his energy across the bench. Him, UD, Dead Man, like everybody was a part of that win. As for Jimmy Butler, I mean, the game speaks for itself.
Bam, another guy who's been, battling an injury in Kyle Lowry, just his performance. And what did you see that was different about him on the court?
His energy. You can tell his energy was, the will to win, through a hamstring injury. His will to win was just, you can see it in his face. You can see it in his demeanor and his aura. Everybody wanted this win.
I'm going to call on you on Jimmy again over here. On Jimmy again, more than maybe the game. His game certainly speaks for itself. But for you guys, seeing kind of the pain that he's battled through, and seeing him in situations like this, but before, what does that say about him as a player, as a competitor, as a man?
I mean, to go through, what he went through in Game 3, and we still pull that game out, and him to bounce back in Game 6, and be, who he is, just speaks volume of, obviously he had to take himself to a deep, dark place for that. And he's an ultimate competitor and a winner. That's what he preaches to us. At the end of the day, as long as it's about winning, he's in.
And how much motivation did you guys draw from the conversation the past few days, just with some assuming that this series was over?
That's the thing. There is no conversation. Everybody counted us out. Everybody thought the series was already over. And I mean, that's all the motivation we needed.